Praise be my fellow turtle lovers and ninja enthusiasts, for 2 days ago, we have received the new trailer for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. And I must say, it looks so goddamn fucking good, guys. Like, genuinely, if you haven't seen it yet, pause this video, go watch it. It looks fantastic. Personally, I think there's just so much good stuff for you to love about this movie. The animation feels dirty and gritty. And again, thank you Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse for showing animated films that yes, you can be experimental and people are going to love it. On top of that, these characters actually sound like kids. We've actually got a teenage version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Who would have thought? This movie has a few changes in it, and it looks like a lot of people in the comments are all for it. People are genuinely excited to see this new iteration of the Turtles and see them at a younger age, and I'm one of them, to be honest. But of course, there is one change in the film that a lot of people are not gelling with as much. Here, I'm not even going to tell you what the issue is. I want you to watch this last little bit of the trailer, and you tell me why you think a bunch of people are pissed.
So, you were baby turtles who made contact with mystery goo.
Well, we prefer the term ooze, but yeah.
So yes, that is the official design for the April O'Neil that we are getting in this movie. And as much as people are gelling with this new animation and the younger turtles, a lot of people aren't getting behind the new April. And I'm sure you can guess that the recent conversations on Twitter have usually gone along the lines of, I'm not being racist, I just don't like the design. Because they changed her race. Oh god, it's getting to me. The pain and cringe is getting to me. For this video, I kind of just want us to laugh at people's arguments and why this is a bad design. But first, I feel like I should present my opinion, just so you can know where I'm coming from. And the truth is, I don't give a shit. I'm just saying, to me, it doesn't matter what race April O'Neil is. The truth is, I'm just disappointed we didn't get the original cartoons version. Oh. April, to me, as a character, is a badass journalist. They're the only two things you gotta get right. I don't think people give enough recognition to how fucking cool April is. Especially in their recent iterations, she is a badass. Also, do you remember that film from like 2010? Holy shit, not only is she a close second place to the original April, if you get what I mean, but she is so fucking cool. This is the same girl that traveled out to the goddamn Amazon rainforest to find Leonardo and uses a goddamn katana to take down ancient warriors. She's just fucking sick. To me, her being a badass and also being a smart journalist, they're really the only two things I think you gotta get right. The contents of her character are way more important than however a movie wants to design her. And her character is definitely something way more important than worrying about what the color of her skin is. I mean, I'm not trying to sound preachy or anything like that, but one of my favorite April O'Neil iterations is her from Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, mainly because I like the baseball bat as a weapon, and also the Snow Day song is stuck in my head on loop constantly. Snow Day, hooray! Of course, no matter how good the design is, she still doesn't match up to original April. I'm sorry, the yellow jumpsuit is hot. Sue me. That is what's important to me for April O'Neil as a character. And seems I haven't seen the movie yet. I really can't determine if I enjoy her or not yet. It's also just really fucking funny to laugh at the people writing her off already because they don't like the change. So, that's what we're gonna do for the rest of the video. As dumb as this sounds, I don't really want to analyze any of the racist comments or any of the racist arguments. Partly because I think they speak for themselves, and partly because I think most people are smart enough to disagree with them. We're gonna be looking at some of the weirder and wackier arguments people are putting out there. Of course, starting with one of my favorites, Hollywood's undying war on redheads. For some reason, just as this person puts, Hollywood has a fucking hate boner for gingers. Whenever there is a new modern iteration, because there was such a lack of diversity in past projects, for some reason, it's always the redhead that gets the chop. Someone in the shadow government obviously got their heart broken, and now they want to fucking murder every redhead possible. It's just such a targeted attack. I don't think there's any other way to explain it. Oh, I can't find the exact tweet right now, but I think one of the other reasons some people are so pissed about the redesign is because she looks way too much like Velma. Now we're just transferring all that hate over to the other race-swapped teenage character that has a massive affinity for yellow. If anything, it just kind of is impressive for Velma, because it just shows how much that hate can transcend the show. Oh, I also saw this popular tweet going around saying, why didn't they make April O'Neil beautiful? Is that an important part of her character? I mean, dude, if you want sexy April O'Neil, again, the 80s TV show has you covered. They didn't make her ugly on purpose. Hell, they didn't even really make her that ugly. She's just not particularly what we're used to. A 10 out of 10 bombshell. Which, by the way, I'm sorry, I don't particularly remember seeing Megan Fox with red hair. It's almost as if people are getting pissed about changes, but only some changes. Now, I'm probably just reading too much into it. Anyway, let's continue. Now, the last few tweets I would like to have a little bit of a look at is that the reason that this interpretation of April is black is that because in her initial appearance, she was a person of mixed cultures. Now, the reason a lot of people are saying that is because of how she looked in these first few issues. Now, look, again, I don't think it should matter. However, based on the research I've done, it does seem to be that this is just some sort of Mandela Effect. This image here from one of the covers of the original TMNT comics is definitely showing her as a white woman. And if that isn't enough evidence, there is also images from the original comics of her next to Baxter Stockman, who is, in the comics, 100% a black male. I don't know, again, I can't stop how other people interpret it, but to me, there is a clear difference. Once again though, gotta loop it all the way back around and say it really shouldn't matter. It doesn't take away from her character, it doesn't change anything, so why even bother arguing about it? Other than just to say that you're right and superior. Oh, okay, yep, I kinda get it now. Now, like I said, I'm just covering some of the less harmful tweets than what I found. There is a lot more harmful ones out there, and if you are one of those pieces of shit, and you know who I'm talking about, I would like to just leave you with this one last thing to think about. I just want to remind you that this is a movie about turtles with ninja masks that are color-coded like the Power Rangers.